What's up, bourbon lovers? Welcome to the Bourbon Shop. My name is Keith, and this is Bulleit Bottle and Bond. That's right, they came out with it, bottled and bond. Now, since Bulleit has been founded back in 1897, it has always been a source whiskey. One of the distilleries that they were sourcing their whiskey from was Four Roses. They're owned by Diageo Company, the giant company that owns so many distilleries, have finally said, hey, let's get this into a grain to glass bottled and bond. So go ahead. Now they're stepping up with some of the other big dogs like Jack Daniels, who 4 or 5 years ago got their bottled and bond out there. Of course, Heaven Hill, Jim Beam, and now Bulleit. Bulleit said, hey, you're not going to leave me out of this. Oh, no, I got something to say. I have something to say. Do you have something to say? Well, we're going to see. Stay tuned and let's see what this bourbon is all about. Now, the Bulleit Distillery went up in Kentucky back in 2014, and it was estimated to cost $115 million. And since then, they've been secretly storing up barrels of bourbon, their own, I'm supposing. So I'm thinking later on, we're going to have a lot more coming out from Bulleit. But for right now, we have this bottle and bond, their first, like I said, grain to glass bourbon in-house. Oh, making a statement here. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. This bourbon is, of course, 100 proof, being that it is bottled and bond, which means it has to be at least 4 years old. But this actually is 7 years old. So they went above and beyond the age requirement. Not bad. Not bad at all. Nice color. Really nice color. For the most part, when you think of Bulleit, the regular Bulleit, you think of cocktails. Some people don't really get into sipping that particular brand. And then they came out with another one, a single malt, which, I don't know, didn't do that well on reviews. I thought it was okay, but I wouldn't rush out to get it again. But some people like it. Their version of scotch. And if you tried that, let me know what you thought about that single malt Bulleit. Now this has a very nice, rich nose. You're going to get a lot of citrus out of this. Fruit, maybe oranges, lemon zest. Now you get your hints of caramel. Then you get this sweet, nutty taste. You know, the cashews or peanuts that is coated in this sugary coating. Yeah, it's something like that. Get a nice amount of clove. But the big takeaway from this is oranges, like just citrus notes, oranges or some lemon zest. And a lot of sweetness, but the orange is really big here. Yeah, that's a very fine nose, very good nose. And of course, this is a high rye mash bill that they use. So you definitely get that hot cinnamon spice note. All right, let's take it into the palate. Wow. It's just like on the nose. First thing that hit you is this citrus note, this orange, like a spike orange, a little spicy with it. It's sweet. And that 7 years really gave it a nice, rich, smooth mouthfeel. Of course, now when I say smooth, I'm not saying like it's watered down, but it is. You do get that sense that it's 100 proof, but it's a rich mouthfeel. Reminds me of a mouthfeel of a good wheated bourbon, right? So that's pretty good. But on the first note, first sip, orange and spice. Okay, so this second sip, the orange is still there, but it's taking a back seat to the spices, the clove spice, cinnamon spice. That rice spice is really kicking in, but you still get the oranges. It's big on citrus. I can't overemphasize that. That's pretty good. And you get a little nuttiness with it coming in. It may not be that what I got on the nose, that sugary, nutty taste. It's just a plain, somewhat a nutty taste that you might normally get from a Heaven Hill product. Third sip. Yeah, I think they got a really good product here. Because now it's leaning in towards a more tropical type fruit. Maybe a mango or pineapple. A lot of fruit notes coming on here. From the orange to a lemon, mango, pineapple, but you still get a nice amount of rice spice. You still get the caramel. That clove is in there. And you get a fair amount of oak for a 7-year product. You want to get some oak in there, but it's just enough to say that, hey, listen, I'm here too. You know, don't count me out. The oak is in here. It's just a little bit, but it's in here. It's speaking to me. I got you, oak. You're all right. You're in there. All right, so the finish is pretty good. It's medium to long, and it's a sweet orangey rice spice. It's still hanging in there. Slight oak, peppery. It's more on the rye, more rye than the citrus notes, but you still get it. This is a pretty good bourbon. I would say they have a home run here. Price on this is $45 to $50, I think. Yeah, maybe right around $50. Which is not bad for a bottle and bond that is 7 years. I'm thinking about Heaven Hill bottle and bond, which is 7 years, and I think that comes up to around $60. So I'll give it a pretty fair amount on the price. I think it's pretty good for that price. I wouldn't pay too much more over it. Now, for right now, this is kind of limited. I think they're just testing the waters here. And if that's what they're doing, I can see that this is going to perhaps be a mainstay on the shelves, because I don't think they're just going to put this out for a hot second, because I've seen other reviews and everybody says it's pretty good. So I'm giving it a big thumbs up on this. This is good enough to sip neat by itself on the rocks, or if you want to put this in a cocktail. When you get around the $50 area, for me, it's like, do you cocktail this or not? I'm okay with it going in a cocktail. All right, Bulleit. Well done. Well done. I'm going to have to put you in a battle with Heaven Hill 7 year on another video. That's going to be interesting. So tell me what you think. Have you tried Bulleit Bottle and Bond? If you have, let me know how you like it. You get those citrus notes out of it like I did, or am I just on an orange peel kick? Okay. Let me know. Please like and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it. And as always, thank you for spending the time with me. The best way to enjoy your bourbon is to drink it the way you like to drink it. And the best way to drink it is always in a responsible way. Enjoy your bourbon. I will see you next time on The Bourbon Shop.